All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. But before we jump into this chart, there were some people commenting yesterday. I don't know if they're bots or if they're real people, but saying about fraud and scam, manipulation, and I'm not sure if they were referring to my videos or the company itself, due to the fact that this is a penny stock. This does have risk, but nowhere in any of my videos do I talk about, purchasing this stock or why you should purchase this stock or so forth. I'm actually here analyzing the charts, due to the fact that investors want to know where the supports and the resistance are. I think that these help many people, these videos, and I'm really thankful for your guys' support, those of you that watch, your guys' feedback. And I just wanted to take a moment and say, I don't know if those were bots or real people, but if you're watching this video, I'm not manipulating this stock at all. This is not fraud. I'm actually just showing the information to all the investors that want to have some type of guidance. It doesn't mean that because it breaks through support, it got completely destroyed, and because it broke through resistance, it's going to skyrocket to new highs. But we want to watch the stocks carefully. That's what we do here in this channel. I don't manipulate any stock in any shape or form. I don't tell anybody what stock to buy, what stock to sell. I never tell anyone what to buy, sell, or hold. But we do watch here the cues to position ourselves for opportunities or get out of certain opportunities. So whichever way you look at it and whatever perspective you're trying to look at it from, it's all about positioning ourselves for opportunities on an exit or entry point, but that's based off of every single investor's rational decisions after making their own research, their own due diligence, and then basing it off of what the chart is showing and what we're seeing here. You can completely agree with me, you can disagree with me, and that's fine. But we're here to watch these numbers. As you can see, support was broken through today, and it went to newer lows. And it just broke through that point that we've been watching very, very closely of the $45 and $46 mark. Excuse me, not dollar, cent mark. This is actually a penny stock, and penny stocks are anything below $5, but this is literally, no pun intended, penny stocks. So it's in the 44-cent range, not $44 range. Excuse me for that. But basically, the 45 and 46-cent range is now history. Those are still important points, but they're not the lowest points anymore. And we wanted to watch it carefully because if it broke through those points, this could start to hit newer lows. So now the fact of the matter is where this stock is at, this stock could be on its way to newer lows and pull further away from the 50-day moving average if it breaks through the support we're about to look at, and we're below 45 cents and we're below 46 cents. So the bulls have some work to do here. So let's zoom in here, and I want to apologize to all the investors that had to hear me out talk about that, about those comments. I don't know if they were bots or real people, but I just wanted to make sure and make everyone understand that none of these videos are telling anyone what to buy, what to sell, and most of my videos I don't talk about what stock you should buy or what stock you should sell. So I think those were bots, because if you're watching my videos, you would realize that there's no manipulation here. We're actually watching the stock to be aware of the points that are pretty important. And like I said, I think these points help people truly a lot. So let's look at this entire chart here. There's some important things. I actually want to just move this away and we're going to talk about it. The resistance is actually right where the stock is at right now, by the way. And then the next resistance would be up here. So let's look at it from this perspective. So support was touched twice. If it gets broken through, we're going to hit probably newer lows, and it's going to pull further away from the 50-day moving average. We're already below 45 cents and 46 cents. Our current resistance level is the highest point that it reached in these last couple of hours, and in this candlestick, which is 44.40. And we need to watch this closely if it breaks through that, or if it actually turns into a resistance and it falls below that. If it breaks through that in the next couple of hours, the highest point that this reaches in the last couple of hours of the market, that would be your new resistance level. But the true resistance level that the bulls want to break through is not just the 50-day moving average, but the one we're going to talk about in just a few moments. So let's look at our support. Support is 42.99. I mean, to the thousands place, that's 0.0001. You can round that up to 43 cents. If it gets broken through, we will start to see newer lows, newer support levels, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So we want to keep that in mind. So I would pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock if this support is broken through, and how quickly is it moving down to those lows. So very, very important to keep that in mind. Now, on the other hand, we have our 50-day moving average, and that is one of the first points that the bulls want to break through to get back into bullish territory, and that's 47.84. I'd write that down. We're below that. We've been below the 50-day moving average since the 16th yesterday, and it was one of the points where it actually recovered and it fell down. So since yesterday, we fell back into bearish territory. The bears have been dominating this since yesterday, and we need to watch this closely. That 50-day moving average needs to get crossed. Now, if it gets crossed, the bulls have a resistance level to break through above it, and that is 48.41. That is the first resistance level and the highest point before this continued to fall steeply and end up at this leveling off / momentum recovery phase that we're seeing here by the bulls. And this is the highest point before the fall, and that's 48.41. That needs to be broken through and turn into a support so that the bulls can confirm being in bullish territory, so that the bulls can pull away from the resistance to reach newer highs and also reach newer highs by pulling away from the 50-day moving average. I think that's probably the most important point, so they can confirm that leverage, working their way up to new resistance levels. Now, that's a long stretch. So currently where we're at, if you want to have a midway point before reaching the 50-day moving average, it's probably this little peak here before it continued falling, because it tried leveling off there, and that's 46.99, literally 47 cents. So you can use that as a resistance point, but still remember we're in bearish territory there, and that does not signify that the bulls have gained control. The bulls need to break through that and break through the 50-day moving average, as well as this resistance to pull away from it deeper into bullish territory. So there's some work here for the bulls to do. Currently it's at 44.40. That's the highest point we've seen in the last couple of hours from this dip, and we want to watch this closely. If it gets closer to 42.99, if you want to round it up by 0.001, that would be 43 cents to the T. And if that gets broken through, this will start to see newer lows, and we need to watch the behavior of how quickly is it moving downwards, or are the bulls trying to reappear. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.